Well, today we are going to see about what you call as method overloading, and later we are going to see about what you call as method overriding. So let me say first, what do you call as method overloading in Java? So if a class has multiple methods having same name but different in parameters, it is known as method overloading. So method overloading is very simple. If you are having the same name, there is method name is same, but if you are having some kind of difference in the parameters, whatever parameters you are passing in the program, so that parameters is different, that we consider as what? Method overloading. So consider this. Suppose you have to perform an addition of the given numbers. Okay. So, but there can be any number of arguments, whether you are having any arguments. So if you write the method such as A, okay, whatever method. So first one, A of, you are passing the parameters int comma int. Okay. So you are passing two integer parameters for two parameters, and B, next method B of int comma another one parameters. That is, you are passing first two parameters in first method and three parameters in the next method. Then it may be difficult for you as well as the other programmers to understand the behavior of the method, because its name differs totally entirely, it will differs. So that we can say as what? Method overloading. So what you want to do? So you perform method overloading to figure out the program quickly. So we will see within program. So before you are going to see this advantage of the method overloading, consider this two different ways to overload the method. How we are going to overload the method is, in Java, we are having two different ways. One is by changing number of arguments, and another one is by changing the data type. So let me consider this first type, that is changing the number of arguments. So method overloading can be done with the changing in the number of arguments. So consider this example. Here I'm creating one class. That class name is what? Adder. In that I'm going to call this static keyword. In the static variable, I'm going to pass the int data type. There I'm going to give the method name called add. So static is a keyword and int is a data type. So here add is what? Method. So in this method, I am passing two parameters, that is arguments, int a comma int b. So in this parameters, I am going to pass two arguments. One is a, another one is b. So for that, I am giving which data type? Integer data type. So for this, I am giving the return values. I am calling addition. That is, here I am passing the method addition. So I am returning a plus b. Next, once again, I am going with the same method name, that is static int add. Okay, the same method name here also same add, here also add. The method name is same, but here you see I'm going to do the changing the number of arguments here only. See this, int a comma int b comma int c. We already seen one statement now. See this. Suppose you have to perform addition of the given numbers. So this is what I am given here in this programmatic I am given here. So static int add of int a comma int b comma int c. Here also I am going to do the return statement. Return, what I am going to do in the return? Add a plus b plus c. So I am going to add all these three argument variables a, b, c. So next, so we created all the methods here, but what you want to do next? So in the program, without the main function, you gone able to call the remaining methods. Okay, by using the method, that is a main function only, you are going to call the methods. So for that, I am giving one class name called main. What is our main class name here? Class test overloading one. So I'm going to create one class test overloading one class name here, main class name here. In this, I'm going to give public static void main of string argument I am giving. So main function I am giving here. In that main function, what is our output going to print is system.out.println of adder dot add. So adder is nothing but I am going to create one object variable. This adder is nothing but object variable. So why I am going to give this means, in order to give this order, that is object variable adder, by using this only I am going to use the dot operator. The dot operator, I am going to access the method, whatever method you are going to give it in the program. So that methods are accessed by dot operator with the help of the object variable here, that is adder. So adder dot add of 11, 11. So why I am giving this 11, 11? 11 is integer and 11 also integer. So what is our first method or argument passing here? Int a comma int b. So both are integer type only. So I am giving this 11, 11. Next, you see this system.out.println of adder dot add of 11, 11, 11. So what are the, so how not, what are the parameters we are passing in the second method? There is same method, but second time we are calling no int add of int a comma int b comma int c. So totally how many arguments you are passing in this parameter? Totally 3. So that is why I am giving this 3 variables. So I am running this, that is after I am executing this program, what is the output we are getting for? So for first one, a plus b, what is our output? 11, 11 is what? 11 plus 11 is what? 22 is right. The next one, the same one, we are going to add this 3 integer values. So what you call this method overloading is nothing but the same method name, but with different parameters. See this, same method name, but different parameters. So how we are, I am saying this different parameters? For that, we are having 2 different ways. One is by changing the number of arguments, and also you can change the data type. Here I am not changing any data type. The data type is same here, integer, and method name is same only. Here you see method name is same name only. So that's why we call it as a method overloading. So how we are saying that overloading is nothing but very simple concept. You are having these parameters, that is whatever parameter you are passing in this method. So here I am giving 2 parameters, whereas next time I am going the same method, but I am going to do the overloading concept. How means? By changing the number of arguments. Here I am passing 2 arguments, but the same method is overloaded another time, and it's going to call the different parameters, that is int a comma int b comma int c. That is you are adding one extra parameters, that is changing the number of arguments. This is one way to represent the method overloading. So what is our next way is that changing the data type of arguments. So what you call changing the data type of arguments is something, but here I am going to give this, instead of this add, that is a integer, whereas in previous example we have seen that integer data type only. Here you see integer data type only, but in this next example we are giving data types is different. Here I am calling the passing integer, but in second one I am passing double data type. So int add of int a comma int b. So here also I am giving this return a plus b, and next time double add, here also I am giving this a plus b. So what is the output we are getting? Adder dot add is nothing but 11, 11. Here I am giving integer data type, but here in the second type we are giving the different data type, that is double. Double is our new data type. This is different data type. So this is what method overloading.